This award is aimed at somebody who is both a scholar and a teacher. And that combination is rare. There are plenty of people who can excel at one or the other, but to combine them both is quite extraordinary.
Professor Schrag has shown that he excels both as a teacher and a scholar, and he has found precisely the way to be incredibly productive at both.
His work is aimed at and used by practitioners and policymakers who are trying to bend the world toward social justice, and Phil has been a marvelous assistance in that regard. Just the books alone, for example, Phil has published on topics as diverse as consumer protection in New York and nuclear arms control, statehood for the District of Columbia, and federal immigration law.
Teaching is the greatest profession anybody can have. Somebody pays you to think about whatever you want to think about and to write about whatever you want to write about, as well as to be constantly rejuvenated by contact with young people. It is just a great pleasure to be able to have the combination of writing and teaching and public service that Georgetown affords me.
I've seen Phil where I think he's made one of the most fundamentally important contributions to law school education, and that is in the clinical field. Phil and Dave Koplow created the Center for Applied Legal Studies, CALS, and today's CALS is an asylum clinic.
Students actually solve problems on behalf of real clients. They represent people who are seeking asylum in the United States, and the students work up the entire case from start to finish and end up arguing in court and presenting witnesses, and they sit at the counsel table and I sit in the back and watch.
It is the first time in my life that I actually felt more like an advocate and not like a student. So that was really something that I think stood out about my experience with Professor Schrag, was that from day one he was always there to guide us, but it really felt like our learning was going to be very much something that he was going to supervise and we were going to take into our own hands.
He has dedicated himself over his entire career to try to help develop public interest lawyers.
He founded our Public Interest Law Scholars program and nurtured several generations of students who were trying to do something with their legal degrees other than just make as much money as fast as they could.
I do think Professor Schrag goes above and beyond in the sense that I don't even feel like a student to a professor, as I think he's always treated us like young colleagues.
He's been just an extraordinary good citizen at Georgetown. He is one of the professors who cares so much about the institution and the students who make up this institution, that he wanted to do everything he could to make this the best learning experience for them.